Right now, in this moment, humanity controls roughly one city's worth of energy compared to what the universe has to offer. We think we're pretty impressive. We have smartphones, we have the internet, we have coffee machines that connect to Wi Fi for some reason. But on the scale of what's actually possible in this universe, we are an ant trying to rate itself against a god. And in 1964, a Soviet astronomer named Nikolai Kardashev sat down and actually tried to measure that gap. He came up with a scale, a ranking system for civilizations based on one thing: energy. Not culture, not morality, not how good their pizza is, just energy. How much can you harness? How much can you use? Because it turns out that the one thing every advanced civilization would need is energy. There are three original types: type 1, type 2, type 3. Each one doesn't just beat the last, each one makes the previous look like a candle next to a supernova. Let's start at the bottom. Type 1, the planetary civilization. A Type 1 civilization has mastered its entire home planet. Every volcano, every ocean current, every ray of sunlight that hits the surface. They control the weather, they can redirect hurricanes, they can trigger or stop earthquakes. The planet does what they tell it to. For reference, we are currently about a 0.73 on the Kardashev scale. Type 1 starts at 1. We are not there yet. Most scientists think we could reach Type 1 in the next 1 to 200 years, assuming we don't do anything too catastrophically stupid first. But here's where it gets interesting. Because Type 1, the thing that feels basically godlike to us right now, is by far the worst one on the list. Type 2, the stellar civilization. These guys don't just control their planet, they control their entire star. The leading theory for how you do something like this is called a Dyson sphere. You dismantle your solar system's planets, use the materials to build a giant shell around your star, and capture every single photon it produces. Every single one. No energy wasted, no light escaping, just pure, total stellar domination. The energy output of a Type 2 civilization is roughly 10 billion times greater than a Type 1. 10 billion times. At this level, you can move planets, reroute asteroids, survive your own star going supernova by simply relocating. You are no longer at the mercy of the universe. The universe is starting to be a little bit at the mercy of you. And then there's Type 3. And this is where the human brain starts to quietly give up. Type 3, the Galactic civilization. These beings don't control a planet, they don't control a star, they control an entire galaxy. Hundreds of billions of stars, all of them harnessed, all of them feeding into one civilization's energy grid. We're talking about a civilization that could restructure the galaxy itself, move stars around, build things on a scale we don't even have words for yet. If a Type 3 civilization visited Earth right now, the interaction would roughly be equivalent to us accidentally stepping on an anthill and not even noticing. Now here's the part Kardashev didn't include. Because some scientists looked at his scale and said, okay, but what comes after Type 3? And so the scale got extended, unofficially, theoretically, into territory that stops feeling like science and starts feeling like someone writing a religion. Type 4, the universal civilization. Not a galaxy, the whole universe. Every star, every black hole, every particle of energy, all of it, under the control of one civilization. At this level, you wouldn't just use the universe's energy. You would manipulate the fundamental forces of physics. Gravity, electromagnetism, time itself. You could rewrite events, prevent stars from dying, hold the universe in a permanent state of your choosing. Some physicists think the only energy source capable of powering a Type 4 civilization would be dark energy, the mysterious force that's currently causing the universe to expand. Tap into that, you're not just living in the universe anymore, you're running it. But Type 4 is still not the end. Because then there's Type 5, the Multiverse civilization. These beings have outgrown our universe entirely. They hop between parallel universes the way we hop between cities. They harvest energy from entire alternate realities. They can access timelines that never happened, realities where different physical laws apply, pocket dimensions they built themselves just for storage. At Type 5, the concept of scarcity doesn't exist. You want energy, pick a universe. You want matter, build one. And yet, even Type 5 has a ceiling. because the final proposed level isn't about energy anymore. It's about something else entirely. Type Omega, the last civilization, the one that makes everyone uncomfortable. A Type Omega civilization doesn't just control universes, it controls the rules that govern all possible existence. They don't operate within reality, they author it. They decide what mathematics is true, they choose which physical constants apply. In theory, a Type Omega civilization wouldn't look like a civilization at all from the outside. It would look like the background noise of existence itself. Which raises a question that is either fascinating or deeply alarming, depending on your disposition. What if something already is at that level? What if the thing that we call the laws of physics aren't laws at all, but choices? What if gravity pulls you down not because it has to, but because something decided it should? Now look, we're getting into territory that sounds less like astrophysics and more like a philosophy seminar that got out of hand. But here's the thing. The Kardashev Scale wasn't built to be a roadmap. It was built to make us look at where we are right now and feel the distance. We are 0.73, not even type 1. We haven't controlled our weather. We haven't stopped a single hurricane. We still get sunburned. And yet, in the last 200 years, we went from horse-drawn carriages to quantum computers, from oil lamps to nuclear reactors, from letters that took months to messages that take milliseconds. If that rate continues, estimates put us at a Type 1 within 2 centuries, Type 2 within a few thousand years, and a Type 3 within 100,000, which sounds like forever. But if the universe is 13.8 billion years old, 100,000 years is nothing. It's a rounding error. The uncomfortable implication of all of this is the Fermi Paradox. If the universe is 13.8 billion years old, and civilizations can theoretically reach Type 3 in 100,000 years, where is everybody? Some scientists think that the answer is that civilizations always destroy themselves before they can make it past Type 1. The jump from planetary species to planetary controller is the hardest one. It's the point where you have enough power to accidentally end everything, but not quite enough wisdom to stop yourself. Scientists call this the Great Filter. The idea that there is some threshold most civilizations don't survive. And we don't know if we've already passed it, or if it's still ahead of us. But here's the version of the story I find most interesting. The optimistic one. What if we make it? What if we're the ones that thread the needle? Get through the filter. Reach Type 1, then 2, then 3, and beyond. What does that version of humanity look like? Moving stars, building galaxies, eventually writing the source code of reality itself. We started this video at a 0.73, barely off zero on a scale that ends at infinity. But every civilization that ever reached stars started exactly where we are, stuck on one rock, looking up, wondering if they had what it takes. Maybe that restlessness isn't a flaw. Maybe it's the first rung on the ladder. We just have to not blow ourselves up first. No promises.